Evening. Tonight I'm just got to be working a bit more on my game Ghost Blaster. Got to be adding some more rooms. Still got 4 more rooms that I need to add before I can make the game just completely playable from start to finish of a level. So I'm going to try and get those hopefully finished this week, so then I can start getting a full game loop sorted. So I'm going to be working on a room that's got all 4 exits in it, left, right, top and bottom. And then I'll probably just quickly amend this because I still need one that's just left, right and bottom, so I might as well probably reuse it just for now. Just with the top exit taken off, just to get things working. Right, so let's make a start. Choose the solid tile map. Just roughly block out a level to begin with. Could do with probably planning these levels out. I just make them up as I go along and I'll tweak them at a later time. Add a vertical platform in, and I'll make it so this is the point where we can go totally up and down. Move these stoppers over so that they're roughly in a position for now. Add some wall tiles then, just down the side. Add a little bit of randomness to these tiles. Quickly rough out where I'm going to go with this. top. I'll probably make this solid. I might put a secret room in this area down here. In fact, I think that is what I'll do. Let's move this over quite a bit. So we'll have this down here, the fake solid. But first of all, we'll just add the proper actual structure to the leveling down here. And then we'll hide it with the fake tile map. Some ceiling tiles, bring them on here. And some wall tile bricks. I'm adding a roof tile there for some reason, don't want to do that. Right, add a brick in there. Some more of these tiles. So we've got the structure there of that. So now I want to just paint over that with this fake area, which is hidden and not, depending on whether the player is overlapping it. Move that across. I think that should be the right size to obscure it all. So when the player goes overlaps this area, the tile map that I've got to paint over the top now will then be hidden or not. So let's add a fake wall in now. Fake solid bit at the top, and then the rest of it can just all be the solid colour tile. So we just purely want to hide the rest of it. Enter all that in. Now when the player's in there, when play the level, that should be visible until I jump out. So there, the player, that area is visible. But the second we come out, it fades back and you wouldn't know it was there. So that's the behaviour we want for that. Right, so let's carry on fleshing out this level. And it's got to hide that for now so it's out of the way. And back to these solid tiles, so add that on there. Add the fading brick bits there. Just randomly mix it up with the other one. And then this entrance here, let's get some floor tiles, add those in, and a couple of ceiling tiles, and then we'll be adding another lift over here so you can make it back up to this level. You'll enter either from the side and then be able to go up and down and exit from the top or the bottom, or come in there, and it's all got to be linked up. And once we've got the structure of the level out, I'll add the scenery to the backgrounds and then add some of the hazards that I've got at the moment in, the ghosts and the dripping slime. Right, so the vertical platforms, we'll just duplicate those for now. And then we'll move those over here, because we'll need one of these over here for going up and down. And then I'm going to duplicate those again. And we're going to have those up there as well so that you can get out at the top of the level as well. They all work independently, they just change direction when they hit the stoppers above and below them. Move that over a bit. Move those over so they're roughly there for now. And we'll get the rest of the level blocked out. I've got a lot of this that I need to do, lots of different rooms in the game. For anyone that's watching that's not seen any of the things on Ghost Blaster that I'm making, it's a randomly generated sort of ghost shooting game. You've got to collect 4 parts of an amulet, then find the portal at the end of the level, and it's just got to be a mobile game, and you'll just keep randomly playing levels and unlocking achievements. It's a very simple explanation of it, but if anyone wants to know any more details, feel free to ask in chat. Hey Sticks, lurking and working, thank you very much. It's quite quiet in here tonight, but couldn't decide whether to work on Ghost Blaster or Brick Breaker, but decided I need to get at least one of these rooms done for Ghost Blaster so I can move on with some mechanics. I've been putting it off for a while because you know how I hate doing level design. So continue on there with that. Add the end piece and then some vertical walls. That's not a wall, that's a platform. Get the floor tiles. Brick fade outs, add those, and some of the other random ones as before. Set these trigger points up so that they'll make the platform turn around at the correct point. Yeah, and do the same for this platform. And this one. And then the final one we need to set up is this top one. Do all the top ones so they go slightly off the screen below, just so that they work on the rooms that are above, because I make sure all the rooms with a bottom entrance sort of are like this, so there's always two, so I make the platform come up into them. I have thought of adding ladders into it, but I think I'm just going to stick with the platforms with it being on mobile, because if I have to add ladders in, then I'm going to have to add up and down controls as well, which I think on mobile it's probably best if I can stick to just left and right and jump and fire. Right, should now be able to navigate this level and go in and out of all the different rooms. Right, so let's just check we can move about all around this level. Put my player in. Right, get on the lift. Could get off there if we wanted, but we'll go all the way to the top. Goes there, that changes round. This top exit platform's going up and down. So yeah, we can get off there. And this platform's working as expected. Up and down and we can get out of the level there as well. Right, so let's start adding some of these scenery into it now. So let's get the background tile map. First of all, let's add the grooves in for this to go up and down in. And same again here. Done that too high on that next square down. Now let's add it in for this one as well. All the way down, and that one at the bottom. Right, fill in the background. I'll just go around the edges and then I can flood fill it. And we'll go back through, and I've got another 4 different background tiles which I'll randomly add in. Into the secret room. Still have it in my groove tile there. Right, so we can flood fill these various little sections now. And the solid will just fill in these little bits here. Right, back to the background and the individual tiles. Just add a bit of randomness to it now. Found my workflow's best if I add this randomness in before I start adding the details in. Still could do probably with writing some form of script that'll randomly do it, but was taught that Godot was going to add in a random tile fill, but I don't think that's in the new version. Add randomly these tiles all about. Then all I'll do to make the a room without a top exit, I'll just close this off and get rid of this platform, and I can quickly make another level just so I can get onto working over the next few days on the full game loop. Some of these songs on this Pretzel Rocks are quite interesting to say the least. It's been on the cards for years, I think. Yeah, I think I've mentioned it numerous times, haven't I? What you working on tonight, Sticks? Is it paid work or game dev? Hi Joseph, how are you doing? Thanks for dropping by. Just working on Ghost Blaster tonight. Couldn't decide whether to work on this or the Brick Breaker Revolution game that I'd started after the 60-minute jam, but Ghost Blaster won. Just working on creating more rooms again. I need to get them all finished. At least one of every room so I can start actually adding some more interesting stuff into the game. Been putting it off for weeks and weeks and just need to bite the bullet and get on with it. But level design isn't one of my favourite things. I like making the mechanics more than actually creating stuff with them once I've made them. I'm doing good. How have you been? Doing well. Yeah, good, thanks. Work, Sticks. Yeah, so Joseph, it's just got to be one of the rooms that's got an exit on all four sides, and then next after that I'm going to be making one that's just got the left, right and bottom, so I'm just going to do a quick cheat and I'll just duplicate it at the end and take out this top exit and moving platform. This bit down here is a hidden room, so you won't see that. Well, it'll be like that when you're actually playing until you go in it. So what we'll add in there first of all is a treasure chest. So in scenery items we'll instance a child. I think I called it treasure chest. Maybe not. Just chest I called it. I think I've set that up so that should just work and open, but I'll just put the player in there and just check. Yep, that just works, that's good. Keep making these little extra things and I forget whether I have to add any coding or whether I'm trying to make them so they just drag and drop in and work. Right, next we'll drag some of these lights about to add a bit of lighting. Missed adding the bottom bits in there. While I remember, I need to go around all these bricks that have got bits of transparency in and just add a dark background layer to it, otherwise it's black. Looks really harsh when you play it. to have used a wrong tile here, just noticed. Put a floor tile in instead of a roof tile. Problem when I've got a lot of tiles that look very similar. Could probably do with at some point making them a little bit more variety to them. I think that's them all done. Sticks, have you been using your Stream Deck while you've been streaming? I set all mine up with that mobile app I got, and then I've never actually used it on a stream. I've just been using it when I've been using Aseprite. Right, duplicate some more of these lights. So. I've got to change some bits for these lights because I'm not 100% happy with how they're working. I think I've messed up a few things with the normal maps and different layers, and they're just sometimes not looking exactly how I want. I think I might add another sprite to give it a bit more of a glow, just using the add as opposed to an actual 2D light. Yeah, I use my Stream Deck all the time on and off stream. Yeah, I've just remembered that I've not got it on now, but like I say, I use it all the time when I'm using my drawing tablet. Duplicate that again, stick another one of these up here near the entrance. Anybody that's wanting to join a game jam, with a game jam coming up a week on Friday, Game Jam 192, you can find it on itch. Just a nice casual jam, open to all abilities, whether it's your first game jam or you've done loads before. So anyone that wants to sign up for that, if you have a look on itch, it's called Game Jam 192 Part 2. We've did one last year, and then we did a jam in October as well. Always good fun. There's a Discord server as well, so you can chat about the jam, get help with anything that you need help with, and just have a really good time. I've got a ton of shortcuts set up on Photoshop, Illustrator and After Effects, really handy. I do jump between a lot of scenes though. You're excited for it, Joseph? Yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. I've got the jam bug back again. Last year I got a bit fed up of doing game jams. I think it was 4 in a month, and I think I'd done too many, and I just needed a break. So apart from Jamoween, which I did in October, until we did that 60-minute jam, I'd not actually done a game jam from October to then. But I'm thinking of maybe doing one this next week as well. I've signed up for it, so we'll see whether I do or not. But I just love jams because it makes me finish something. I've got a habit of starting things and never finishing them. There's always something. I've got some new idea that I want to make, and quite impressed I've actually stuck at making Ghost Blaster for so long. Oh, it has a Discord, I don't know. I'll join soon. Yeah, I think there's a link to the Discord on the Jam page. Is that right, Sticks? I'll check. Yeah, so let's have a look. Game Jam 192. Yeah, there's a link there on the page to Discord, Joseph. We also have a monthly meeting in the voice channel on there, where we just chat about what we've been up to, just generally hang out for a couple of hours. That's tomorrow at 4 o'clock, so feel free to drop by if you fancy that. Right, so that's some lights in. Let's move the moonlight out of the way for now. Next, let's add a bit more stuff to the background. Let's add some of these windows in. Then we'll add some more scenery items in. We'll add some of these shields in. Where's it gone? Wall shield. There's that many things at the origin point of each of the scenes that sometimes I can't click on them, so I'll move that over there and I can grab it. Actually, I'm going to add some dripping slime in over that side, I think. Add it to the hazards. Slime drip. Why's that started down there? Add that in there. Some dripping slime to add. It's one of my favourite hazards that I've added so far. Got lots of ideas for other ones. I just need to get these rooms sorted out and then I can concentrate on adding different enemies and hazards. One of the first ones I've got to do, I've got to make an enemy that's like got a pumpkin head and fires a gun that fires mini pumpkins at you when you get close. It's on Friday, not tomorrow. Oh yeah, losing track of days, Sticks. Yeah, sorry Joseph, it's on Friday, the voice chat meet up at 4, not tomorrow. Thanks, Sticks. Right, so that's some slime. We've got those. I'm going to duplicate that and add another one of these down here. Add a player respawn zone down here. These are just areas that when the player overlaps one of these, it stores the position of it in a global variable, and then if you get killed, you'll get respawned in the last place. Just means that if you get killed, you're not getting respawned somewhere that isn't safe, and you've got to get killed over and over again. So we'll add an enemy in. Currently not got many enemies, so it's either a ghost. It's the only real patrolling enemy I've got. I've got some spiders that go around platforms, and a guy that appears when you get close to it, just runs towards you. But they need to be put in specific places, or the behaviour of them just doesn't work. But I need to think about more the level design, where they're going to go, as opposed to these levels that I'm just throwing together quite quickly. Him down there. And then to make that a safe zone so that the player can respawn there without risk of overlapping a ghost, I'll just add one of the barrels down there to stop the ghost and make it turn around. Cool, I might join if remember. Yeah, if you get a chance, it's totally up to you. So I've popped that barrel down there. Means the player can safely respawn there, and that ghost, there'll be never any chance of that ghost being there overlapping him. So I've got the slime, got ghost. Right, we'll add one of the paintings in as well, I think. Where shall I pop that? Right, we'll move that slime across a bit. And we'll instance another child scene. Is it painting or picture? What did I call it? Painting. This needs a bit of work, but it's just a little painting that when the player's on the left of it, the eyes look to the left, and when he's on the right, they look to the right. But it's Scooby-Doo style, like the paintings used to having those where they'd have eyes in there following the Scooby-Doo. Show you that working, and then you know what I mean. So the eyes are looking left. When you go to the right, they look right. Just try to add little subtle things into that. Let's just check how the level's looking. Shields. Get around the entire level. Kill the ghost. That bit there's looking a bit bland, so move that over slightly. Add another one of those. That's awesome. Oh, cheers. That's something that I'd only noticed after playing for a long time. Yeah, I think I probably need to make the eyes slightly more obvious instead of just being the one pixel. Maybe make them a bit bigger so that you actually notice that more. But I've got a few things like that. Things like the curtains, if I can get to a level that actually spawns them. Let's have a look. Yeah, that's a spider that I've got that sort of, they just go around some platforms. But the curtain, when you run past that, it sort of has a slight little animation. So I'm trying to add things like that into the game. I think that's pretty much all there is, but it'll then randomly generate the levels, so it's going to be probably some different game modes: easy, medium and hard. Easy will probably generate a grid of maybe 3x3, and then 4x4 for the medium and 5x5 rooms for the hard. All the codes in there for that, all I have to do is change the size of the grid it creates and it'll automatically just create however many rooms I want. Actually, we'll add one of those back there as well. So let's just check that. That's hides. I need to fix this because when I've got lights behind, it's sort of showing through. I think I need to change some things around on different layers so that the lights don't affect this layer, but I don't think it's... I'll see if I can quickly do it now while I remember. Visibility. No, I think maybe it's already hiding them because it shows them through when I click that, so I think I'm probably alright. Let's just see if I can quickly see them in the game. Yeah, they're hidden in the game, so that's fine. Right, I think for now that'll roughly be okay. This top bit's a little bit... I'll probably add some other enemies in there when I get round to doing them. The only thing I've not added in is a few of these randomly about on the level, just break it up a bit more. They're just a bit more prominent stones. They reflect the... They've got normal maps like everything else, and they just reflect the lights a little bit differently to the flat backgrounds. So I'll bring that in, and then all I need to do now, I just need to position... That's just in case this room's ever used as a start room, which it shouldn't be, but I'm putting them in anyway. And then these are where the amulet pieces will spawn. If it's the algorithm goes through all the rooms and sets 4 of them randomly to have the actual amulet pieces that you need to collect in. And then I have various of these in each room, so that if this room was picked as an amulet spawning room, it would then choose at random one of these points if I put more than one in as to where to spawn it. So I'll add a so for now we'll add one there, one there, and one in the secret room. So if this was chosen, it'd pick either there, there or there, and it'd spawn an amulet in one of those places. Right, I think that's everything I need for that room now. So we shall create an instance that in here in my left, right, top, bottom rooms. Hi Jude Clark, you okay? Do you plan the map, or Richard, or wing it? I'm winging it at the moment. I'm just trying to get, because there's all these different types of rooms down here that I need. Once I've made this, I've only got 3 more to quickly do, and this one I'm going to reuse without a top exit for one of them. So I'll only have 2 more rooms to make, and then I've got a fully playable game that I can play from start to finish and navigate and get through the entire map. So once I've got that done, I'm going to start then planning the rooms a bit more. But I need to make a few more tiles and a lot more hazards and enemies to add more variety. So once I've got a certain enemy that when you approach it from the left or right, it starts running towards you, but there's only, you need to plan the levels really as to where that's effective and it'll actually work. So I'll probably have to, as I do more enemies, plan stuff a lot more, if that makes any sense, or if I've just completely waffled for a minute there. Right, so merge from scene. I have this builder scene where I build all the levels in, and it's got like a player in and the effect spawner and things, so that I can test the levels out as I make them, and then when I've made them I copy them into where I'm needing them. Get rid of that one because we don't need that anymore. Now I've actually got a proper scene in there. And with these scenes, when the algorithm comes through, like this one's got 3 different layouts in there. It's got that one, and that one. When it comes in, it's randomly passed in a number as to which, depending how many there are, which one it chooses to use that time. So I plan on having roughly 10 different variations for each type of room I need, and then it'll randomly pick one each time to add variation to the levels. Perfect sense, thanks. Right, so that's the all these error messages disappear. It's just because I've pasted things in with signals, and once, if I close Godot down and start it again, they all disappear, so I'll ignore those for now. Right, so I've done a left right, I need a left right bottom room now, so I'm going to just modify this one for now and get rid of this because we don't need to go out the top of it anymore. I will change these. change this bit here, get rid of those. Add some ceiling pieces in. Yeah, I designed this one when I started it earlier in my head so that I could just quickly reuse it and not have to mess about. I really want to get to past having to make rooms to get the game playable and start adding interesting stuff to it, and just make rooms as I go along using the new stuff I make. Right, so that's a left, right, bottom room done. These were my first attempts at trying to get a quick playable level, but I've since added all the lighting in and just purely use these really so I could check that the level generation was working and things that needed connecting were connecting correctly. That's the left, right, bottom room. I now need to do a room that's just left and top, and a room that's just got a top exit, and then we're all done. So I think I'll probably do one that's got a left and top exit, and then I'll just close off the left exit to make the top one for now. Right, so let's get rid of that one. Duplicate that. That's just my, this is just my sort of basic starting room. I've just got some of the basic stuff I need, like the moving platforms, copy of the lights and the hidden rooms and things. I marked out where the exits are just so I can quickly start stuff. So it's got to be a left and top room. Hide that for now because I'm not sure whether I'll have a hidden room in this or not. So left and top. So close that one off. Close that off. Could do this really quickly and just do an L-shaped room, but I might as well make an effort. So I think what we'll do it so you go down, on, up and then out that way. Yeah, that makes, sounds like a plan. This is my least favourite part of making games, creating levels. I much prefer doing coding and making different little mechanics and getting them working as opposed to putting them all together into something that's playable. I think that's the main reason I don't finish a lot of games. Some bricks. Add the floor, some flooring. I just realised that's what I didn't do on the last one. I just used one tile for all the floors and ceilings. I need to go back through them at some point and add in variations of the tiles that I've got. Duplicate the platforms. I'll add copies of those down there. Add that down there. The rest of the structure of the leveling. Graphics. Add that in there, so get some ceiling tiles in. I have most of the corridors 6 high, just for consistency, although I do have some bigger areas where I've got a big stained glass window that I've been putting in, which I drew on stream the other week. A couple of variations of those, so I'll just randomly put the other one in. The right bricks in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now add a ceiling along here. Now what we need to do is duplicate these again. We'll need one over here as well. Right, now back to the tile map. Add a ceiling on there. Actually, quite pleased with how I've managed to get 2 rooms done tonight, and if I can get this one done as well, then it'll be quite a constructive night. Now you've been using Godot for a while, what would you say the main things are that it does better than Construct? I like them both, Construct and Godot. I wouldn't say either. Both have got the pros and cons. Construct is quicker, but I'm still not sure whether that's just that I know it better. So if you're wanting to throw a game jam game, a prototype together, I'd still probably use Construct over Godot. But I found that with a project the size of this, because I'll show you the code for like the room generation. It's quite a lot of code. I did have this all working in Construct, but I found that the thing that makes Construct good, the event system, made reading logic of this size, I just couldn't do it. So to me, that's a negative of Construct. The event system for a big project, I just find it really difficult to follow. The lighting in Godot's a lot better than Construct. You can use the normal maps, which I'm using for all the lighting, and it's got sort of proper lights. I wouldn't say the lighting's maybe as good as Unity's 2D lights, because they work like a light that you just pop in the scene. But you can get around that in Godot as well. You could do it in a 3D scene and put all your sprites on, I think the planes, and add normal maps and things and do proper lighting like that. But I think there's pros and cons to both Construct and Godot, but the main reason I switched for this project was for it using code. Depends if you're organised or not though, right? Possibly. Let me just see if I can find my code for the project that I had with the room generation all working in. Let's have a look. I think this is the project. So yeah, this is, let me remember, because I've not looked at this for about 7 or 8 months. Level creation sheet. So yeah, this was the way I had it working in Construct. Separated things into functions as much as I could, and I was creating arrays and then storing an object that had all the details of the rooms in there. So that bit was quite neat, but it's when I got into all the functions for things, it just, I'd got it quite organised, sticks, to be honest, I thought. Yeah, the exports of Construct sticks, they are brilliant. But Godot as well, the mobile export, I thought it was going to be more difficult, but after about 20 minutes setting up, it's actually just as straightforward. You could only do the APKs, but now you can do the bundles that Google prefer, so but yeah, I'd got all these functions, so like 350 functions just for that part of the level creation, and then I had other ones actually building the rooms, which was another 120 things. So I just had got to the point where I couldn't follow what I was doing, and I found the code a lot easier in Godot, but it works in both, so I think it's a personal thing. If you're making a 2D game, they can both, you can make any game you want with, so if that answers your question, Judge. I'm not that keen on the tile map in Godot either, but there's some big updates coming for that as well. I know they've had a guy working on updating that, so I think it's probably got to be in the version 4 release, which everyone that uses Godot's been waiting for a long time. I think when that comes out, it could add... That'll probably be the game changer with Godot. I'm hoping it will be anyway. I think it might be have a similar sort of thing to like 2.8 version of Blender did for that. It'll just make it so much better. Hi Nick, how are you doing? Finally catch one. Thanks for stopping by. Working on Ghost Blaster tonight. Did nearly start working on the brick breaking mobile game that I'm working on, but decided to work on Construct tonight. Are you a cryptocurrency millionaire yet, Nick? How's the mining going? Let's just flood fill these areas. Right, well I remember I'm going to just add some variety to these platforms, unlike the last time where I just left them all looking the same. I'm good working at the office. Not yet, far from it. Did you get them all set up and working though? Because I know I saw the stream where you were starting setting things up, but I don't think you streamed the rest, did you? Yeah, so Nick, tonight I'm just making the rooms that I'm missing for the room generation. Because these rooms down the bottom left here, they're all the different combinations of rooms that I need. So with left, right, top, bottom, different exits. So I was a few short, so I'm just finishing off the last couple, and then the room generation, you should be able to play the game from start to finish. Albeit a lot of the rooms only have one version of them at the moment. Right, so that's that. So we'll add these bits of bricks onto here that I've missed. I'm currently doing client work, 10:55 here, and I still have a few hours of work I want to knock out, so I'll be listening more than talking. No, I streamed opening all the cards and going through them, but nothing else. Not sure if I want to make crypto mining content, but I've been having fun with it. Yeah, I suppose that's the thing, isn't it? I know you said in the stream it was more for seeing how it worked. I'll probably only be streaming for another quarter of an hour, 20 minutes anyway. Just hopefully I can get this room finished. And then I've got to block this exit off here just to make it as a room that you could only enter from the top, just for now. And if I can get that done, then the game's playable. And I shouldn't get stuck anywhere. Right, so the background. Go around all the edges and flood fill it again, like last time. Flood fill the rest of that. And then randomly put some of these other tiles in. No, it's just happy I could finally hop in and say hi. No, I appreciate it, Nick. Thanks. I don't think I'll probably get this finished tonight, to be honest, but get as far as I can. And I may end up streaming tomorrow night as well and finish it off and start working on the actual game as well, the levels. I've got most of the mechanics in, like the amulet spawning, working out the start rooms. I just need to add the logic in for creating where the portal that you exit the level's going to be. Was originally just going to be the last room that the algorithm created, but I think I'm going to make it a random room and it only appears after you've collected all the amulet pieces. I've got to go have fun. Oh, cheers for stopping by, Joseph, for so long. Appreciate it. I'll catch you later. Duplicate some of these wall lights. I know I forgot to do on the background layer, I forgot to add the grooves for these to go up and down and the bottom parts of the add that track in there. Up there, one of those there, and then down there. Then add these other ones in all the way on the bottoms of the levels. Add a few of the other designs in randomly, and same on the bottom. Add a few of these in. that there. Some more of these lights. I think what I'll do, I'll add one of the slime drips down here as well. Where's my hazards? An instance of scene of the slime drip. What I need to add in, I've not used many of the slime pits and the spike pits in these levels, so that'll be something that when I start going through adding different variations of the rooms in, I need to make sure I use some of those. Get that positioned. So what's there's 2 spaces. Move that 2 away. Duplicate it again. Really like how the normal maps are working on this with the lights, just giving that subtle light into the background. Duplicate that light and drag it up there. Duplicate it again. 2, 4, 6, 2, 4, 5. Move that over 1 so they're equally spaced. Then up here I think we'll have some of the windows in the background. Let's move that over just so that they're equal. To move that other one I think as well, but put that there. May move that light, I'll leave it there for now. Yeah, it's the small touches that make it feel more alive. Yeah, I've got to add lots of things like that in. I've got the pictures at the minute with the eyes that follow you, the curtains that move slightly, but there's going to be a lot more little bits like that in. I feel a lot more comfortable with it once I've got the full game working with a room for every option, so that I can then everything I adding value to the game, not just doing stuff just to get the rooms done. I'll start creating rooms that are specifically designed for certain enemies or hazards to work. As at the moment they're just quite generic things that I've got in. Right, scenery. Let's add a shield in, and we'll have a sword because we've not had one of those on many of the levels. And then we'll add some of the barrels in, because I think I'll pop a patrolling ghost either side of the slime. Well, I suppose it can go through the slime. It's not going to affect a ghost, is it, slime? So we'll instance the ghost as well. We'll have one there, and then I'll duplicate that, and we'll have another one further on, and then they'll randomly go backwards and forwards on this bottom bit. Oh, let's go mad. Let's have another ghost as well. Gonna shoot off to. Good stream, catching them on. Yep, cheers Sticks, thanks for stopping by. I'll speak to you tomorrow. Right, let's have a quick preview of what this level looks like. I need to see the harsh black there. I've not put the grey behind those on the background there, so I'll do that now before I forget. I have a habit of forgetting to do things and then remember about them later on. So if I put dark grey behind them all. It's all the little things that just seem to take the time. Right, let's preview the level again. So there we go. We've come into it. Should be ghosts patrolling on the bottom here, which you have to shoot. All three of them. And there's a slime to dodge. I'll add a bit more scenery to these walls, some shields and maybe the paintings. Now I can get on the ladder. Still need to sort out that jump effect because it's slightly on the platforms. Looks a bit weird when it's not moving up. So I'll get on there. And then we can exit that room at the top, so we can fully navigate that room. Needs a little bit more decoration adding, but it's pretty much there. And then I'll just still make a room with just a top exit, so I'll just close it off here, I think, get rid of this section, and then I can reuse that as the top room, and then that'll be at least one of every room made. So I think that's going to be it for tonight. Thanks everyone for stopping by. I've had a real good time. So I'll leave it there. I may end up streaming some more of this tomorrow night, but if not, I'll catch you at some point next week. Thanks everyone.